Alrighty, because somebody asked me to, I'm going to show you how to get this beautiful thing up here to say unlimited funds. Woohoo! That way you can buy whatever you want and take it on the tram with you. And then maybe later we will see about how to realistically do that later on. How about that? Sounds good? Alright. Alright, so we're at the main menu and we're about to start a new tram, but before we start a new tram, make sure that you have Cheat Engine installed so that you may do this at your own pace, but that is the requirement for that. You're gonna load into the tram, you're gonna walk on over to your beautiful shop area, and we're gonna get ready to buy something, but first, we need to come over to Cheat Engine. We need to look for a value that says 120, and we're going to press first scan after we type 120 into this little bar here. Now, we're going to go back to the game. We're going to press one of these items and buy it. Then, we're simply going to go back to this screen, type in 94, and these three variables should in fact be your money. So you come over to this, you change it to, I don't know, 99999, and then we'll come back to the game, and there we go, easy peasy. Now, because this is a new area of research, it's a new update, there's going to be new things going on, so I'm going to drop all my stuff here, and I'm going to go explore and find some items to take with me to further exploit this. Alright, I found a few items. Now I'm gonna make my way back in order to complete the the cycle. I'm gonna go back through the tram and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do from there. Why the fuck is this phone ringing? Hello? Okay. I don't know why that phone was ringing. Okay, so real quick, I've identified this variable right here, scrap value. So when I go to modify that, whoops, when I go to change it a certain amount, it doesn't change. So I have a feeling that this number is gonna be rough, that this is actually gonna be our setback, and that that's gonna cause us to not be able to make it back. So since this is my last stop, I need to find $110 worth of items as a fail-safe in the event that I cannot just use Cheat Engine alone to modify and get stuff. So I died. Big whoop, right? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like I'm doomed. Like I'm not gonna be able to do anything. So obviously, it's gonna be difficult to complete this task. I feel like a teddy bat is almost a requirement now. At least one person has a teddy bat, one person has a compass, it seems, and then if they changed how the toy puppy works, that might actually be a necessity as a distraction. But it's hard to tell, so all I have to do is bring a bunch of these items in with me and test it out and figure it out the best strategy for you to be able to play this game how you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, great, cool. They made it harder. They made because it was boring. It was getting boring. Okay, cool. They made it harder. They put a bunch of new maps, a bunch of new enemies, a bunch of new algorithms in. They're trying to save and preserve the integrity of their game. Great, fantastic. That's probably the same reason that they took the sell price and made it 0. And there's no toilet or anything here, so there's absolutely nothing except for raw exploitation or injection for the manipulation of this game. So kudos to the creators. They made a lot of changes that impact their game and how people play it. Here we are at a familiar spot. We're gonna check this out. We could try and do an infinite puppy glitch real quick, but I don't know if that's really necessary at the moment. We'll see. So this is what your game is gonna sound like when you're just running through here, doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So it does seem like the teddy bear is a requirement. Just keep in mind when you've got one of these mimics. Where did it go? Okay, well it disappeared on me, but if you run into one of them, you might as well just start swinging on it. Unless you can prove that to be your teammate or something like that, it's pretty evident at this point that they're very dangerous. Not like they used to be. They used to be just something you could avoid, and it would stalk you from afar. But now it's actually a problem. And up here we have a nice owl block. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are you doing here? Holy shit. No, this is not the time for this. This is not the time for this. This is not the time for this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Yeah, no, you wanna win at this game? You wanna win at this game? Fucking drop your shit. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, this game's so much harder now. This game's so much harder now, of course. Of course you need this. Holy shit. Oh, the good old fucking Wabba Jackadool. Yeah, no. Yeah, you just gotta camp these motherfuckers. Yeah, see? Look at them. Look at them. Oh, you wanna, yeah. Oh, shit. Alright, and then you win, and then that's over, and then you go back. Okay, cool. So my final consensus for this is that a cheat engine is not as useful as it once was, highly because of the devs changing how people play their game and the reputation that their game upholds. So I think they're very serious about that. So if you want to involve yourself in this game, you might want to look into duplicating items or modifying items or objects in the Unity engine using like C# or whatever they use. So yeah, good luck everybody.